Alrighty. Hey. So Matt, I got some stuff. I'm gonna send you that stuff right quick. Um, so shall we? What should we call this? We'll call this Tier Evo 2. Copy and paste your way. Oh, there we go. Allie wants to use her 2 destiny fragments as ingredients as well for the choose a random paracausal currency.
Where is that located?
Where did I sent you a direct message on Discord?
Okay. Oh, that's a long list. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, so gain a random paracausal currency.
So we're gonna use the parts where you get a fate point or boon as an ingredient towards that with Chef's Plate, as well as 2 destiny fragments for the random paracausal currency. Plus, the major change from Water Mantle is also going to apply to that.
So you're getting rid of what you could have gotten as a boon.
Correct.
And then you're throwing in 2 destiny fragments?
As well, yes.
Okay, Jesus. Let's see what we get. You guys are doing stuff. Let me 1, 2, or 3. Or 1, 2, 3, sorry.
What's our 1d3? 3.
You lucky person, Allie. Start with that.
Cool.
And
she is a daydreamer with her neuromancy after all, so nice.
Time based off of moth jump. What does that mean?
So Allie was thinking it would be really fun to literally teleport to the moths she makes. So, for example, it's maybe moth swap is a better idea, better thing instead of jump. But pretty much, if she puts one of her moths out, she can jump to that moth.
Needs 10 moths together for it to work.
10 moths. Okay. 10 moths. 10 moths.
There
It's
needs
a
to be
start, though,
another
Allie.
then.
It's a start. And that's with the creator increase 3 skills thrown into it, plus an intrinsic change, plus an enhancement to the body. So, okay. So those are the ingredients for chef's plate for that
One moth
entree.
is not enough.
Yeah, that's fine.
But she got a lot more. So.
Exactly. Allie then wanted some more agility, and currently
Sure.
she has 36 with one unnatural.
36 agility. Oh my gosh. Put it to 46.
Sounds good. Then we have mastery in a trade, troublemaker.
Can't believe you've done this. Yeah.
Perfect.
Skill
Mastery.
nightmare. Next check mark. As long as it's not greater than 2.
Nope, it's currently at 1, so I'll turn it to 2 for her.
Another unnatural willpower.
Yep, she currently has 60 with only 5, so she's able to get that extra one.
Oh my goodness.
Do you want to make it easy and not make something attached to these? Because I know you want to work away from not having a power with the unnaturals.
True.
It's up to you on how you want to do it.
I'll think about it.
Okay. The next one is sorry, I don't want to get ahead. I do this to Allie all the time. If you want to think about it, just I won't continue.
No,
but if you want me to do, okay. And new improve trade troublemaker, and we're going to be using 24 assorted really, really hot peppers to improve this trade troublemaker.
Wow. That's the thing.
I'm guessing she got those from the the tortoise tortoise place.
That would in fact be correct. Jeez, what do I do with peppers?
You could make a pepper spray. You could make it so her moths can make them spicy.
Well, it wouldn't target the moths because it's targeting troublemakers. So
yeah.
I mean, I love a good pepper spray as much as the next person.
I know you do.
But like pepper bomb would probably be a good one. Pepper spray.
Note to self: pepper spray bomb.
Give her a little jar that refills.
Okay.
Filled with those assorted peppers.
Gotcha.
They're all dried and ready to use.
Yeah, so like ingredients. It's like an ingredients, ever-filling ingredient bottle. What's the recharge?
She has to go through all the peppers first, and then
okay, gotcha.
Probably say, if you eat the last one under the midday sun.
Okay. Good thing Allie's tasteless. Okay, so you got to eat the last one in order to, but it doesn't say you have to eat it, right? It just somebody
Nope,
has to eat.
you have to eat it. Allie has
Okay,
to eat
so
it
Allie has to eat the last pepper. Okay.
under the midday sun, and then it'll respawn all 24.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So
It won't respawn the super pepper if you put that in there. The devil's pepper.
I don't think we don't have the devil's pepper, I don't believe. Wasn't that the one that was
you
left?
took a sample, right?
A sample. I took a sample, yes, and I haven't used that in this at all.
Okay.
But yeah, I was gonna say we talked about it, and it was like, don't take their pepper away. It's the only one they got, and so that was
super
pretty
excited about that pepper.
How could you do this? Okay, so class and Niromancy improvements. One thought would be to step into locations that the person's currently dreaming about in the real world. That's like the main goal. But I think we need baby steps, especially if there's nothing extra to improve it with. But I think that's where Allie wanted to go with it.
Well, if you can find them in the dream, that's fine. But just saying, that guy must be dreaming.
No. Think of it like this. The person's currently dreaming. You step inside their dream, and they're dreaming about their house. They're not currently in their house. They're off working some night shift, and they're dreaming about their house. And Allie's able to while she's in the dream, step through that to go to that current location in the real world.
As in the place they were dreaming about, or the location
Correct.
in which they were dreaming?
The location in which they were dreaming about. If they were dreaming about their old house and the current new house is burnt down to a crisp, then that's just how it be. But that's just the idea she was thinking about. If you have something different or something that's more balanced,
it's really dangerous. Mostly
yeah, right.
Because there's a lot of defense features in the capital right now, and I don't want Allie to just use it and then lose her character.
Gotcha.
Because there are some things installed, basically the equivalent of a bug zapper, and if Allie goes up, it'll hit her for like 1 billion damage.
Yeah, it's an array of some kind that activates. I gotcha.
Well, it locks onto monster crystals. So.
I see.
Yeah, you can't really get away from it. So. Yeah, I don't really want Allie's character to get hurt like that. What we could do is dream peek. Okay. You can actually take a look at the dream they are having and peek, just kind of peek from the nightmare or the dream into reality to see if it even exists, if it lines up. Maybe peek through the window of the house they were dreaming about, like,
yeah.
I'm spooky. I'm looking, and they can kind of see, kind of like if it was like a veil in front of them. It's kind of a little hazy, but they can kind of peer into into reality, kind of while staying safely in the dream.
Yeah, it's like it's a dream veil in a sense.
Yeah, and that's even spookier because you'll just feel these red eyes. You can't see them, but you'll feel like you're being watched.
Okay. Yeah, sounds great. So that's your Niromancy improvement, Allie. We're going to improve a superior weapon, Fearbringer Blade.
It's nothing already busted.
But I mean, might as well, right? The Cod's Fear spell is something Allie wanted to use as an ingredient to get it off her character sheet. That uses mana. And the other one is create a superior weapon or tool from the superior evolution itself as an ingredient to improve this weapon we're already using. Improving the improvements.
Indeed. All right. Huh.
So a good start would be to look at Allie's current
Sword.
wherever that is. Let's look at gear, maybe.
Probably under gear. Should be under gear. Fearblade, yeah.
19d10 plus 57.
Yeah, so I don't know if that needs an upgrade, but alright.
57 magic sunder. I think that's based off of Allie's willpower. I think that's where.
Yeah, it's all from Allie's willpower multiplied by a natural, so. Yeah. Um. Hmm. Well, we could make the numbers bigger, but I don't know. Allie seems like the mischievous type. And they would probably want something spookier.
Instead of doing damage, you can do fear.
Oh gosh, no, that would make it impossible not to. Impossible to pass. That would be. I mean, look at this alone. No, that cannot be converted into fear. That's ridiculous.
Like, hey, you get a 185 plus to your fear roll. Enjoy.
Yeah, no, you don't like that.
Plus with the 90 that's already on it. Right? Let's just be like,
Yep. Oh, the blade instead dealing damage can mark them for that many days, so you can track them.
Interesting. So Allie says she already has her Moz for that.
What if they go into an area that they can't?
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. They can't go into an area that they don't have. She accepts. So the question is it based off of the damage you do? So 185 days of Interesting. Okay, right. Non-lethal damage tracking ability. Awesome.
Additional hits on the targets. It's just the highest number rolled.
Yes. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that was Improve Superior Weapon with the Cause Fear spell and the Create Superior Weapon or Tool attached to that. Perfect. So Allie's then going to do Improvement Attribute Fear. And I thought it would be a good idea to use her second arc rewards of an evolution material of the wings with the spooky eyes as an improvement to her fear attribute. As a representation of who the Mothman is. Wings with spooky fucking eyes.
Spooky eyes. Did Allie have a specific upgrade they had in mind by chance?
I don't believe so. More spook, she says.
More spook? How much spook do you need? You're pretty darn spooky.
It's like, make me level 10 fear. Fear me!
It's a lot of spooking, Allie.
There's a lot of spooking, you're right.
Okay. Well, I had an original thing attached to the eyes.
Oh, did you? Cool.
Yeah. They allow you to look directly behind you. For one.
Okay, yeah.
So, it gives you 360-degree vision, basically.
That's an interesting concept. Maybe she can see the people she's spooked, like she can see all around them, kind of deal.
She already has fear sight. Like,
Okay.
yeah, she already has the ability to kind of sense if people are fearful in the area. It's kind of a racial thing. So that's what the wings do. They give you 360-degree sight, and they
Gotcha.
also obscure which way you're looking. So it always
Gotcha.
feels like Mothman is looking at you, even though they could be completely unaware of your presence.
That's an interesting way on our fear, maybe an obscurity in like where the fear comes from sometimes.
Oh, fear misdirection or fear misplacement. So it could be they think
It's not the
that
moth.
presence
Yeah.
that is looking at them. So, if there's a little moth, yeah, it could be as if they think the Mothman's over there, but it's just a little moth.
Mm-hmm.
So
Classic misdirection.
Yep, we can just call it classic misdirection or fearful misdirection.
Plus paranoia. Oh, it's just a moth.
Just a moth.
I thought it was the moth, man.
And guy throws a fireball, and it was just a little moth. He's like, "Whew."
Okay.
It's only a moth. We're fine.
So the last one we have is improvement of synergy of your element types. Allie is choosing Dream and Darkness. Because we have a medium superior Aether gem, we get a plus. So we're going to add that plus so we can get the Darkness as well as the Dream together. And then I figured since Allie is using a superior small Dream element Aether crystal, she could also use it with the synergy of the Dream.
Huh. So, are you wanting to give the darkness element to Insomnium?
It is just a improvement of a synergy of your element types.
Darkness to Insomnium would be good, though. Sure.
Yeah, you'd be able to hide a lot better in the city dreaming.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. All right, Ellie girl. Congratulations on your daydream. The daydream is a pretty cool thing. I think I'll keep it a little quiet until you, or you can always just ask me. I suppose I could.
What?
The daydream is your paracausal currency. You got.
Oh.
You got.
I also got a power called Daydream.
Right. I think you got third from best.
Second from best.
Second from best, right? Because the Infinity Matrixes are the ones below that. Yeah.
Nice.
Because I rolled a 3 for you, apparently.
Thanks. Yeah, do we have all this stuff written down?
I have it all recorded.
Okay.
And I've been writing some things down as we go.
Because I've been making bacon.
Making bacon pancakes.
No, that's
I'm making bacon pancakes.
Making steak and bacon.
So, Allie, your Fear Blade, if you hit them, you can, instead of doing damage, mark them. I think you heard that one, right?
Yeah.
So that's a fun one. We got Moth Jump, but it requires 10 moths and together to jump to them.
Yeah.
But you do have a lot of moths. And you could like maybe keep one around or send 10 off to an area and then jump to them. I know you wanted to get it better, but we can do that over time. We can
more moths.
It's just an excuse to have more mods. That's what it really comes down to.
Your Troublemaker is pretty fun. You get that jar of hot peppers is now refillable. So that's really fun.
But to replenish it, you have to eat the last pepper under the noonday sun.
Okay.
The second thing that's really fun is your veil, seeing through the veil, dream veil. It allows you to, I think, Matt, you said, peek through someone's dream into the real space, but you can't go into the real space.
Yeah, it's a
It's
fair.
like peeking through a window.
It's fair. It's fair.
And it's much safer for your being because Matt is a kind, benevolent friend. And
Fight a bug zapper.
and another really fun
God.
improvement to your attribute is, classic misdirection with your moths. So they can think you're over there. It's kind of like an illusion spell, but it's not.
Yeah.
So that should be really fun.
So the potatoes need to be flipped.
I'll do that right now.
And
also,
you can also see in 360 degrees.
Yes.
So I sent you a thing last session that I wanted to do. Send it.
You want to go do the misfortune thing?
Yeah. I also want to know what happens when you break a mana crystal.
Break an aether crystal?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you just go and into the desert and break a mana crystal?
Yeah.
Well, it does one or two things. It either crumples into dust unexcitedly, or it has this kind of sparkler firework effect if only part of the crystal's ruptured.
Okay. Thank you for that information.
It doesn't quite explode, though.
Do you think does my troublemaker senses think I could get it to explode? Or implode?
You'd have to tinker with that in the lab. Your troublemaker always says yes, even if it's not even going to be possible. They're always like, we could totally do this.
Okay. Well, I'll put that away for downtime. Be a project.
And then you wanted to do something wicked. This way comes.
Yeah. I would like to terrorize an entire continent, please.
All right. Which gemstone do you remove? I have a list. You have the opportunity. Let's do some presentation here. Let's get some music going, some spooky music. Let's get some spooky music.
Yeah, spooky.
All right, spooky gems and crystals of bad touch. First, got an opal. You want to touch that one?
Yeah.
You're gonna just do that one?
Yeah.
You don't even want to know what the other ones are?
No.
Okay.
So for context, I am off on another continent, far away from our home,
Mhm.
and I'm going to terrorize a city. And I want to see if
town.
I want a town, yes, wherever I can find the most people. And I want to see if scaring them all out of the town counts as saving them from the calamity.
Well, first things first, when you activate it.
Okay.
All that happens at first.
Well, yep.
You can actually see the opal disappear into dust and float into that poor farm animal.
I know it's coming.
Do you now?
Yeah, I know what opal's meant for.
Okay. What's my other? So I may help or assist or save normal people and direct them away from catastrophe. For each person saved this way gets you 1 point. So if I start giving these people, I'm gonna watch them and I'm gonna watch the animals and I'm gonna start giving them nightmares about a coming plague on their animals.
Well, it starts with paranoia. And now you roll 3d20. Yeah, seems like a good number. You're able to save 33 people from your own engineered plague. The others refuse to leave. They eat the meat. They all get really sick and die.
Excellent. Good start.
And then the carrion birds come. And they take some of that meat. And they become sick. And they fly away.
Goodbye.
And then the scavengers come. And they get sick by eating the sick meat. And they then leave the town. Plague is coming.
Well, we're off to a good start.
Okay. What now?
Put this on the wrong line. I'm gonna go fly around until I find another town.
You can find a Knoll Den.
A Knoll Den?
Yep. Gnoll. A Knoll. Basically a hyena people.
Okay. I'm gonna give them nightmares about a coming plague. Because they're probably close enough to get it.
Do you want to use your next gem?
Yeah. I also want to do that.
Okay. Um. First thing it does. Goes into one of the shamans.
That person.
Mm-hmm. How long do you sit around and watch?
Until something happens, I guess.
Okay. The individual starts to lose their magic. They're able to cast less spells more often. And the spells start to dwindle. Eventually, they can't cast spells.
Is this spread,
And-
or is it just for the one person?
Well, it seems to be only for the one person, but it turns into something dark very quick. This person is kind of ridiculed for his lack of, being able to cast spells, because you're a monstrate. You should be able to maintain your magic, unlike those humans who can't seem to keep it together. And eventually, the individual is ostracized and exiled. But they still lurk on the edge. You can feel them feed on the negative energy, the hate, the ridicule, the darkness. And they undergo a vast mutation eventually. Their monstrate core turning into this grotesque, multifaceted crystal. And then it shows up one night back at the Null Den. A shawl of darkness and negativity in its wake. No Nulls survive. And there's just the sound of crunching and breaking and tearing, squelching.
Not quite what I expected, but that's interesting.
This thing will now roam the lands. It has an insatiable appetite, and it will kill and destroy anything that has a shred of positivity or happiness. And it'll feed off of negativity and grow and grow, uncontrolled and unfettered.
Basically creates sort of a demon.
Yeah, you might have made a demon. Yeah.
Indeed.
You are not able to save people here.
No, I didn't try.
Mm-hmm.
That one was a write-off.
No, yeah. Chink. Do you want to go kill it before it gets out of control? Allie?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, you're thinking about it. Oh
I'm
shit.
thinking about it. There's no real benefit in it for me other than it not being out of control. And we're on another continent away from my home.
You're on another part of the continent.
Oh, I'm on another part of the continent. So I am still.
Mhm.
Okay. Is there no other continents on this world?
Not that you can tell. That seems to be one Pangea. There seems to be a couple small islands and an archipelago and.
Okay, yeah, I'll go give it a murder.
Stab. There are smaller islands, but all the places that you would want to go to test this place don't have the people in the concentration that you're looking for. You can go to those other islands. They're large, but they don't have civilization.
Okay. Well, I want civilization. You're right.
Yep.
It's true.
You do it a murder. You can have one mutated words. It's not a Damon crystal. It's a Monstre mutated gem. Words.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. That leaves. I guess you're gonna go do the next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep doing them until everybody shows up. Is everybody here yet?
They're all here. I think
Still missing a floof.
He's not showing up. He's sick.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
All right. You found another small town. Pearl will disintegrate, and its particles, dust will flow and sprinkle itself over the town. Takes a bit, but people get sad really quick. People become lethargic, apathetic, aloof, uncaring. Some nihilistic. People just stop. Things go unkempt. Very important things go unserviced. There's a specifically nasty monster that lives nearby. It's a plant. They call it the thresher vine. It needs to be kept back at bay every day. When the sun gets the highest, it has explosive growth. So they put it to fire. But people stop caring. It's too much effort. And then the thresher vine starts to creep in through the houses, through the fields, streets.
I'm gonna go. Can I go kill the thresher vine?
You
Save
can
the
hack
people.
and cut at it. But these people don't even. You can't even scare them anymore, Allie. They're unspookable. They don't dream.
Yeah, I
They
guess
don't
they're gonna.
sleep.
Even if I scare them from the plant, they're just gonna die of blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't eat. They don't drink.
Okay.
And then when the first dies, they fall into a deep sadness that they cannot recover from.
I go pet my puppy after this one. Okay, Luna, it's gonna be okay.
The Thresher Vine will take the town. No one resists, not even the animals.
So,
Hmm.
what's the point here, Allie? Because it just sounds like you're gonna get a hero party thrown at you soon.
Yeah, I'm just causing trouble. You know, a little bit of trouble. Tee.
All right, Allie. Are we going to continue this terribleness?
Yeah.
Dust flows west.
Is he over here?
Some crazy things are happening, yes.
Flows west and into a cave. And what would have been a cave that is uninhabited at first glance, you feel a shudder run through the mountain. Something's woken up. Something that needs to be sleeping. What do you do, Allie?
What do I do? I want to explore the mountain through the dream and see if I can see what has woken up without getting...
Rock spider colony.
Rock spider colony.
Each spider's the size of a bus. They're covered in armored stone plates. They don't have fangs or mandibles. They have jaws, teeth.
Yes, and grass is wet.
They slumber because they're one of the most voracious species in the area. They will eat everything that can be eaten in their entire territory and beyond. And when there is nothing left, they slumber for hundreds of years.
I'm just gonna release the next gem onto the spider cave and see what happens.
You're a menace. All right.
And I fix a plague with a plague. We're gonna find out.
Not that.
The dust from the moldavite crystal flows into the stone of the mountain. And after a while, you can feel your teeth start to hum. And then your bones. And you realize every mana crystal in that mountain is supercharged.
Ooh.
And then one of the rock spiders touches it. And then there is a cascade explosion that rolls through the mountain and brings forth an explosive power the equivalent of an atomic bomb. A volcano erupts. A mana volcano.
I'm gonna take notes.
The explosion is so powerful it will blot out the sun on this half of the continent for years. Aether charge,
the
ash,
spiders.
they're gone. The whole colony is dust. And so is the town nearby. For the shockwave alone, cut everything down about anything above 3 inches off the ground.
Only one town? I'm surprised.
Well, that's the only one in the area. Everything else is leveled for 3 miles. And then the mana or the aether charged ash starts to fall. Each dust does 1 damage, Allie, as it starts to come down, and you start to take a ton of damage very quickly.
I'm gonna fly away.
Do you wish to continue?
I'm on 5 out of 13. Honestly, I liked that last one.
Well, it likes you, Allie. This gauntlet's having a great time. It says, do another. It just whispers to you, another.
Yeah, I'll do another.
Very well.
Yeah.
The dust does something very simple. The town you go to, a little larger than the rest, the dust will flow into a treasure grade item. Or, sorry, a superior grade item. Rapidly transforming it into something more powerful, more potent, covetable. Turning into a treasure grade item. Cursing it deeply. Covetous eyes start to turn and watch that item on this individual as he walks through town. He feels highly protective of it, more so than normal. Paranoia fills him. Eventually somebody, just a merchant, comes by, offers how much for it. It's not for sale. That continues until a very large contingent bandits come by. Well, if you're not going to sell it, we'll take it. Bloodbath ensues. The item drinks deeply from their deaths. But so does the owner. He dies too. Some lucky shot, unfortunately, brings his end. The item changes hands, and it does again and again and again. Each time it's taken, all those around it always meet a grisly end. And if the item's ever stolen, that person suffers misfortune you can't even imagine. As you were watching the guy who had gone up these stone steps, brandly made, and one of the stone steps basically fractures and collapses, the little top of it, creating these little slippery sheets of rock. And he slips forward up the stairs and kills himself by cracking his skull on the very bladed, sharp edge of a corner of a stair. And the item skitters down the steps, only to be found by the handmaiden, who would scream, but their eyes are transfixed on the weapon. And so it continues.
So, before I continue, I should probably... So, once the last gemstone is used, they will replace themselves at the next eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
And Susie has an eclipse power. Do those things work together?
You have a feeling if it's not a natural eclipse, Susie will have to bear the brunt of the 13 misfortunes.
Okay, let's not. When is the next eclipse?
You're not sure?
Can I ask Susie?
You sure? They have the sundial.
Susie is cooking steak, is the problem.
Well, let's continue to do terrible things then.
That's excited. Susie! I need to know when the next natural eclipse is. When the next natural eclipse is. You can't do your eclipse power on my gemstones, or else you have to bear the brunt weight of all 13 curses.
Fun.
Yeah.
Susie can check though.
Yeah.
I'll check with my my map at my office.
Susie's checking for me.
Yeah, I'll just since I'll just go to my office and look at the astrolabe and check when the next eclipse is. Natural eclipse.
About 13 months from now.
That was the same thing I got from Eatsley's as well. But I think Eatsley's had to be done at a certain time too. I think 13 months was it. So cool.
You also get bad omens rolling across the sundial.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
2, 3.
It's also going to be
4.
a blood moon during the eclipse.
Oh fun. Yeah, all the
Yeah.
stars are aligning. Or just, the events, national events, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done just under half of them, and they're getting increasingly
Bad?
bad. Yeah. Let's go
Yeah.
with that.
They are.
So I think I'm gonna save the other half of them.
You don't want to use the petrified woodstone?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. That sounds fun though.
Lee, if you want this item, I will give it to you. It is terrible. It's on the equivalent of the deck of many things.
Okay.
I think it's
Except
the deck of
nothing. Except nothing gets pulled. That's good.
Yeah.
That's the catch. This is worse than the deck of many things.
Oh, it's on the equivalent of the power of the deck of many things.
That is true.
Well, as fun as causing calamities is, I feel like I might need some calamities in the future coming up. And before 13 months passes. I'm going to save my calamities for now.
Okay. The bangold seems to have shrunk, by the way.
Oh?
It does not come off anymore.
I see.
If you do not use one of the stones within a certain amount of time, the bangle will start to shrink.
Oh, okay. Well, how long do I have until it starts to shrink again? Do I know?
6 months, because you've released 6 in a row, so the bangle's very pleased.
Okay.
It doesn't
That's
mind
fair.
waiting. It's a patient item.
Yeah.
You get a month of reprieve every time you release one. The moment you use the first.
Okay.
After that, it starts to shrink, and it will dig into your skin and eventually amputate the hand.
That's fine. I can cause more terror in 6 months.
Yeah, you're perfectly fine. Bangle's like, "You got it, champ. That was great." Oh man.
Fist bump with my bangle.
It'll whisper to you the next one. It'll
Okay.
flow into a gold coin and make it really, really lucky. Whoever holds it will have incredible fortune. Those around them, though, they will be fortuneless. They will be so misfortunate, in fact, that they can only point fingers. Blame. And then the vision goes away.
Thanks.
Find a really shiny, really pretty coin. Maybe even have one minted a little differently with a little special emblem. Something to make it stand out.
I will work on finding it a nice coin.
And then give it to somebody very quickly. Don't hold on to it. I gotta keep my bearer of bad things alive. Okay.
I'm afraid to ask, but how many days did that take?
A lot.
Yeah, I think one of them took quite a while.
Yep.
Waiting for that monster to turn into a demon.
So, Al, you might be out of commission for not a sure
fine.
amount of time.
I can go cook steak for a little while.
Okay. All right. That was the Spooky Rocks.
Thanks.
Yep.
13 reasons why Idrid's gonna have a hero party called onto them.
They're only 7 in.
Right, but I'm also renaming it the 13 reasons why Idrid's gonna get a hero party called on them. And let's be
Redeemy's gonna show up and karate chop her head like, no, bad. Why?
better than me. I wouldn't kill Indrid. But a fair, impartial judgment, that's different. A golden shield, the bitch.
I think it's time for a little combat. What about you?
I'm probably gonna have to. Gotta
You're
deal
gonna
with it.
have to?
Yep. Especially since I'm gonna have to deal with that golden shield. How did you walk out with that?
You'll never know.
I'll never know.
Yeah, imagine having this on the battlefield. La, nothing can hurt me.
Yep. Ah.
All right.
You can do it, as I say.
Roll that random health.
Yep.
Eatsley, what are you going in with for... Oh, you can't probably use powers, can you?
We don't
Like
know
from
yet.
us?
We haven't decided that.
Okay.
But we're also going to have to heal ourselves up to full health as well before the fight starts.
Gotcha.
I mean, only if you want to.
I'm going to, because they're going to be coming in with full health. So the scales are balanced.
Okay. Alright, Eatsley. Battle starts here. Negotiating the dueling terms.
Yes.
People start to trickle in. Ones and twos. They spread out pretty evenly. A lot of space. No one comes in with any fanfare.
Interesting.
So, no trumpets, no heraldry, no announcements. Just everyone kind of quietly trickles in. There's a lot of people, though. And where there aren't people of significance or note, there are common people.
Mhm.
Either somebody passed the word or somebody found out and the information spread. It's pretty full. Everyone's cheering for the paladin, as you'd expect from the home field advantage.
I do.
The groundskeeper, the one you talked to, the one with the big mustache.
Mhm.
His daughter runs up. All the other preparations are good, Dad. Good job. Yeah, good. All right, you're on your own. Remember to stick up for yourself. Don't let them try and dictate terms on you.
I know.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yep.
Not many humans would look after a skeleton.
Well, it doesn't matter who walks in the arena. You know.
True.
This is a sacred place. Settle disputes and determine a winner. So, yeah.
Understood.
Come on, little one. We're gonna go get the good seats. Man, if we didn't get the good seats, this job would suck, honey. That's not.
Alright. So as a reminder, there is no aethless in the old rules, right?
Yeah, they don't. They're like, no aetherless weapons. Go, we'll walk over. Alright. Today we come together to settle a dispute, a rivalry, a confrontation between two parties. With the new rules, we're going to do the point system.
I wish to go by the old rules.
And everyone's like, oh, shit. He'll stop, look over. Alright, man. He has declared the old rules. Do you agree? I'll agree on the condition. We can wear our armor. He kind of looks back. He side eyes back at you with one eyebrow raised. It's kind of funny because he looks back and forth, and the eyebrows kind of do this wave back and forth between, when he looks at one person to the left eyebrow raises, and if he looks back to the right, the other eyebrow raises.
GM, looking at their armor, is it a divine grade item?
Yeah.
No divine grade items.
No treasure grade items.
Hmm. Don't look them over. If I remember correctly, GM, if I don't agree to that, then they get another ask.
Yes. But you refusing also counts as your ask. Because that's you're basically going, no, I don't agree to that. Screw that.
Yeah.
So an acceptance and denial count as one of your picks. But you'll notice that they also did, I agree, but.
Yeah.
And that's something you can do. You can kind of ping pong it, tennis serve it back and forth.
Yeah. He's just going to deny that one. Because Easley has faith in his treasure grade items. Easley doesn't want to run her fade with his divine grade items.
Oh, so you're worried that even their divine grade item wouldn't even help? You just run her fade anyways?
Yeah, Easley's like, I'm being nice.
Cocky bastard. You're funny. No hidden weapons.
Agreed.
Back to you.
So if I remember, the only thing that wasn't strictly forbidden was the aetherless weapons, and basically that was it, right?
Yeah, no aetherless weapons. They're considered sacrilege. Like they're even by the old rules, that was a big no-no. Because those things can harm divine grade items.
Yeah.
And that's basically insulting the gods.
Unless your divine grade item is also an aetherless item.
Even then, that's
I know.
that you're trying that would basically cause a little bit of consternation between two god parties.
It would.
And Zeke allows you to have that aetherless divine item so long as you don't turn it upon his kin.
Yeah. I have no more.
I have one
What's
more.
now? Mm-hmm.
Well, correction. I have one more and a question. We'll start with the question. To the death?
Usually we're gonna look at them. I would say he would soften his face, but he doesn't have a face. He goes, I killed you once, and I denied your death. Why would I want to try and kill you again?
Very well. If I were to kill you, I will stay on my blade. Very well. No items other than the ones you wear and the weapon you declare. No inventory shuffling. No health potions. No recovery items. No outside assistance.
Are you referring to invoking our gods here?
We already are. There's no way we can't. They have their stake in this, and it must be respected. Closing them out now would be extremely disrespectful. The monster have a significant advantage with their dimensional storage space and their ability to pull from it at any moment. And you are connected to your family through fate.
And this is true.
I will also remove my storage devices. My armor, my weapon is what I will bring to bear.
And I shall do the same.
Then I agree. By the old rules and the terms set, we shall fight. And they will go over and they will have their armor doffed and a lighter set of armor put on. That shield doesn't go away, though.
I know, but I had to try. I am going to take off. Easily will put down his lantern, his aetherless scythe. One sec.
And they have this kind of this paring blade and a one-handed hammer. But the haft is that of a great maul. And it has a smaller head on the front and a spike thing on the back. Yeah. So it's lighter, and they can choke up on it and hit it with a one-handed. Or they can tee off on you like a golf club with two hands.
And that's fair.
They have this wicked paring blade, specifically for locking up other blades. You know that metal. You punched it.
I did punch it.
That paring blade's made of that. It means it's indestructible. Your blade will not be able to cut it.
Oh, that's good. That doesn't mean they can parry my blade, though.
That does not mean they can parry. They got to get that thing in the way first.
So, as a note, easily takes off like 4 divine grade items.
Yeah. They take off 3.
And as a note, one of the items that easily brought here for this fight was the letter opener.
Yeah, I bet.
Easily was like...
Yeah. Go ahead and roll Assessor as they pull off their 3 divine grade items. Because their armor has this little arch with sun, like these little not spikes that come out, but they're kind of like these wavy sun rays.
Yeah.
So that armor cannot be harmed by other divine grade items, and it has an iron halo.
Glad I took that off the table.
Yeah, you'd have been wailing at this thing like, why don't you take damage? Because I am blessed by the sun.
Right. I would have to use my that's not true. There's a few things I would have had to do, and none of them would have been pretty.
No. Your items are no safer. Like, you would have been able to get around it eventually. It would have been a problem solving.
Yes.
They have this karambit that they also set aside.
Mm-hmm.
And they spin it around their fingers through the loop with alarming dexterity. As it spins, it just looks like light blur, like a blur of light, and they'll set it down.
And then Eatley is going to pull out his razor use. His razor that he got from the temple.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's also going to pull out, he's going to make sure he's still wearing his festering hand wraps. And then he's going to pull out from a storage space his sword. His Nodachi.
Yep.
Question for you. What are you coming in as a friend power before you start?
I'm not.
Oh, I didn't think that was not able to be used.
No outside help.
Oh, no outside help. Okay, I didn't see that part.
Eatsley is going to don 2 mantles, though.
Yep.
He is going to don his house mantle.
Mhm.
And he is going to don his flower mantle.
Cool. Yeah. They also, you would think they would have a shield, but they actually set down 2 gauntlets, and they just basically stick the fingers out and stab them into the stone, and then unclip the armor, and they pull out their hands. And the gauntlets are still skewered into the stone.
Mm.
Yep. Then they're gonna put on their second set of gear, enter back in. I actually give you a respectful salute, not a bow, but
Eatsley will give them a martial bow.
Mm.
So yeah.
All right. So we're going to be putting up the wall for the old rules. There's no ring outs under this permutation. So we're also going to be setting up the barrier. Once the barrier is locked in place, you'll hear a bell-like noise, and that's the start. That'll tell you the barrier is properly installed and set up. Understood?
Understood.
Understood. You guys take a stance.
Yep.
Alright. You guys will take a stance. The barrier goes up. The bell goes off. And initiatives. Oh, I was thinking you'd have a higher agility than that, Aidsley.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, actually, 1 sec. I gotta double check something. Because my initiative selects should be higher now. Yeah, no, sorry. That actually should have been a lot. I could have been 5 higher. Not a lot, but 5.
They will be going first.
Yep. I want them to go first.
They will then activate Worthy Under the Sun. Okay. Here we go. Their first turn. Meow. You know, hubby.
Yes, this is true, but GM.
Yes.
My good sir, we are not done yet with the turn initiatives.
You're not?
We're not.
Whatever do you mean, player?
Because we're going to be cheeky here.
Oh, you're gonna do a flippy flip flop. All right.
No, because I don't have that on my thing. What we're gonna do? We're actually declaring balance in all things, even in this.
Let's get you some more turns. Which basically puts you back down to just you and him back and forth.
Yep.
They're still coming at you.
They are.
Shoulder charge.
That's fair.
All right. They are going to use War Thunder. It adds Inescapable to their charge attack. No aim. Charge. You are their foe, so they get a massive bonus. Minus 140.
Ooh. All right, GM.
Yep.
We're going to be activating our Shadow Cloak here,
Okay.
and we're going to be teleporting into their shadow as they charge us.
Okay. I need you to pass a minus 80 willpower, as Dispelling Light will push away your shadow.
All right. All right. I don't think I can actually do that then. Yeah. No. All right.
Yeah, you're shoved out of their shadow. Shadows will not help you here. The light will reveal you. They don't say it mockingly, but just as like a cold hard fact.
Fair. All right. So it's minus 140 dodge.
Yes. Or parry.
Or parry.
And I know you're way better at one or the other.
But there's a difference. I get 2 dodges.
Mm.
And I get to pick the better of the 2. Oh.
Did you add your
Boon?
plus 20 from your new elixir?
Yes, that's already in there.
Boon?
1 sec. Because I get to pick the better of the 2 rolls. I'm going to use a boon there.
Okay.
Nice paradox number, though.
Yeah. So, War Thunder Charge. Even if you get out of the way, they slam the ground, creating a shockwave. They didn't hit you, so you will only take a smaller negative to your resistance roll. So,
Okay.
and heavy roll toughness.
All right.
At a minus 40 instead.
Minus 40. All right. Anything I have to this. Anything I have to this. All right. I don't. Okay. Nope.
Mm. All right. Big nope. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're using which 2 mantles?
I'm using my house and my flower mantle.
House is the one that gives you a bunch of armor?
Yep. Physical and metaphysical armor. And my flower mantle is the one that gives me healing.
Okay. How's that spelled? Uh, 45 damage, felling 8, decay 8, generating 8, enfeebling 8, irradiated 8.
Oh, even the irradiating. All right. So the damage will plane.
has felling. Do you have impervious 8?
I don't have impervious 8, but the base damage will blink.
Mm-hmm. How much impervious you have?
I thought the house panel had impervious 10.
Check that, because if one
It does
damage
have
gets
impervious
through,
10.
okay, the whole thing will blink.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I'd be rolling probably lethal for you.
Yeah.
Because
We got
that
that
would
from
have
the labor. That's where that came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have lost 8d10 toughness.
Oh, also, as a note,
No.
I emit 10 meters of moonlight.
Okay. You just endure it.
Yep.
Okay. Follow up. Bonus action, pommel smash.
Sure.
Because, gotta follow that up.
Gotta follow that up.
No aim, standard attack. They still get that bonus because you're in their nemesis. It's only a minus 40.
All right, so minus 40 with plus 50, plus 40. And then plus 30 for weapon skill.
Okay. Complex action. Because they have a lot of action economy. Aura of Light. Kind of, you see the Divine Shield roll, kind of pulse over them, and the light is reinvigorated. And then, the last thing, free action, Ruinous Pulse. You remember this one.
I remember this one.
You could choose willpower or toughness to defend.
I am going to. I'm going to weak
41
dodge.
felling.
Jim.
Yeah.
I'm going to weak dodge.
Okay.
So they have to roll a willpower to remember how to do it.
Put that ability in chat, please.
That's the weak dodge.
Okay. Aren't you dodging? Or you're trying to get them to forget how to dodge?
No, I'm doing a weak dodge. They have to roll willpower to remember how to do the aura pulse now, or they forget.
Oh, that's rude. All right. They have pretty good willpower, though.
They do.
Any negatives?
No negatives.
Okay. They technically can't fail it, but they could roll a 100. They do not.
All right. So they're gonna
The
make me
Paladin,
roll.
incredible willpower.
I do. I know, but it's one of the things that you have to try.
Mhm.
Besides, it was a weak dodge, so those, So what I'm going to do then is, it's a willpower. We're gonna say a prayer to Ziki to protect us in this time of harshness. 43 founding's what's gonna be a bitch, though. So
No negatives. If you get out of the way, you just dodge it all.
Yeah.
Or if you endure.
Yeah.
It doesn't apply.
Oh, yes. I prayed with my beads before this fight, so I'm going to use one of the charges off my beads here.
Okay.
That gives me a plus 80 to this. Oh. And 30
You're
from
good.
the boon. Yep.
Your turn.
All right.
This person's a lot spookier than you remember.
They are. So we're gonna swing our sword here.
Is it still sheathed?
No. But they don't know.
All right, what am I looking at?
Let me double check here. Ba-da-ba. Yep. Only minus 70.
Okay.
They cannot parry this.
Fuck. All right. They're not as good on the dodge. $70. All right. Well, they do get their bonus from you being their enemy. Minus 70. That's 9. They'll pass. They rolled really well.
So we're going to use our second half action.
They're actually showing that blade a lot of respect.
They should.
Despite not being able to detect, because it's a oh gosh, what's that word? Inscrutable? No.
Yeah.
Unobtrusive, yeah. But since you're wielding it, it's got to be good.
It's got to be
you're
good.
like, no treasure weapons? Look at sword. No, I refuse.
Am I missing anything off that? Oh, I forgot. These are plus 10 as well because it's balanced. Oh, sorry. Free action. I'm actually going to activate Home Ground.
That would help.
Yep.
Go on. Give you that extra action economy.
Yep. And those bonuses. And I think that...
Yeah, you guys are just a blur. It's almost like, I wouldn't say an anime fight, but it kind of...
It kind of turns into an anime fight for us after a bit. And yeah. Minus 130.
Oh, fuck. That's a big number. So I didn't calculate it correctly last time, so it would be minus 50, which could be bad. That is a hit.
All right. I'm just going to roll the damage first, and then we're going to go down the list.
Okay.
All right. So that's just the damage. So we don't have to worry about that. And don't have to worry about that. So he needs to make me a toughness test at a minus 100.
Which ability?
This is Cryo 10.
Fuck. They are very tough, fortunately, and they're armor. Well, who am I kidding? Let's do shield first. Planks off that shield.
Fair. But all right. So I think none of them go off then at that point. Actually, so does Destiny Fate go off at that point since I hit?
Not against that shield. It basically, if the shield procs, it kills the attack.
Fair enough. And then we're going to. We're going to use a wandering technique here.
Yeah, they specifically didn't restrict your wandering techniques in the asks.
Yeah, probably because they knew that wasn't going to fly here.
Well, also they wanted to beat you even with your tricks.
Yeah. We are going to power slide here, and we're going to use it as a disengage, and we're going to move over to the other side of the arena.
They're going to attempt to use not so fast.
All right.
As you do disengage. It is a basic attack, reaction, with no modifiers. They just have to hit you. So. Standard. They get a -10 to reduce that. They get you with it.
All right. We're going to see here.
No, you still can disengage. They just hit you.
Oh no, I was checking to see if my power field would go off. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, so they get a basic hit on you. Nothing special in the attack. I don't think this hurts you.
It doesn't.
Yeah, just scrapes off you, and they're like, damn it.
I'm going to stop, and I'm going to pull out my alcohol, and I'm going to be like, you're getting good at this. A lot better than when you tried to invade my home.
They actually take a really deep defensive stance when you pull out the alcohol, like, fuck.
And we're going to drink deep here. You sure you don't want some alcohol here, my guy? Seem a bit tense.
Alcohol dulls the mind.
I feel like mine's just become as sharp as a sword.
Maybe for you.
True. I guess that's just the difference. Invade homes and don't drink alcohol. So sad. And that's Eastwood's turn.
Okay. They're going to War Thunder Charge. Because that shit slaps!
Yep, GM, I'm going to use a reaction.
Of course you are.
I'm going to blood teleport back to where I was standing.
You have blood there?
Yep, because my house mantle drips blood.
All right. Okay. Well, actually, it would have been destroyed in the pulse.
And true, but would it not have been dripping there when I was standing there swinging?
Yeah, it was your turn. Okay. Yeah, the puddles don't last long.
No, they don't. Not without war charge.
They're gonna do. They're gonna throw the hammer at you.
Rude.
They don't like you getting out of the
They
way.
don't.
Why you gotta get out of the way?
Because
Minus 50?
minus 50.
Oh, I forgot to. That did no. It's should be minus 120. Sorry.
Minus 120. All right. We're gonna have to parry that then, because that's where we're at today.
Yeah, this is what fighting a high level adventure is like. But they have a whole team of this bullshit.
Yep.
But you guys aren't weak either. So.
This is my parry.
Patink! You just slap it out of the air like, get the fuck out of here. And it would have gone wide, but it comes back to their hand immediately.
I'm going to use a reaction to counterattack. And we're going to use our new sword.
Okay. You're at range. Do you have the ability to hit them from there?
It does, because when swinging a sword, you create an arc 3 meters wide and 1 meter tall that projects a line until it hits an object.
No shit. This barrier is like, stop having pen all! Alright. I'm gonna just assume you hit. I'm gonna roll their fucking Divine Providence. Oh no!
Oh yes!
That's a hit. Damn. Alright, let's go down the list.
Alright, I need a minus 100 toughness test.
Fuck, alright. No!
Yes!
Oh, that's right on the nuts!
Alright. They become infested with sword spirits.
That stabbed them a bunch?
3 sword
that was
spirits.
for cryo. That was for cryo.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cryo. Yeah, no. So cryo. They can only make a single half action, free action, and reactions return equal to their degrees of failure. So 1.
Jeez.
But they may make a strength test on their turn to reduce that. So they also take 3 felling because of the sword spirits.
Yep.
And we're gonna roll a d10 here. They lose a fate currency.
Shit. So let's start there. Let's do that. They only take 45. They lose a fate currency. Jeez.
I'm gonna sit there and wave.
Fascinating blade.
Oh, thank you. I forged it after a long trial. You were there. I called you to it, right? Yeah. Sure you don't want a drink? We can talk this out.
I must complete this trial, win or lose.
Oh, right. You want to be a paladin still. But Question: why does it have to be a fight?
That is what is asked of me.
I see.
You do what is asked of you from your god, correct?
That's right.
Then we are no different.
Fair. I think the only difference is mine doesn't ask me to fight.
Yours is a different god.
True. Here's the thing. If I beat you on accident, I really don't want to beat you on purpose. So I feel bad, right? I'll make sure something nice happens.
Your mocking words are unsuitable of a man of your position and station.
If I was going to say mocking word, then I'd say something like Murgle Door. And GM, I'm going to use an ability here.
It fizzles.
Ooh.
Zeki's displeased with you. You are mocking an opponent who's trying to be respectful, balance in all things.
Fair. Because I was going to use a Wondering Technique.
Yeah, Zeke goes, no. You are being the ass. You are being disrespectful. I expect better from my alkalites and those who serve me.
And he's gonna stop and look over his shoulder. I'm like, there's a plan.
You get a slow blink of just, I don't care.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's his turn still. Well,
No, that was it.
fair.
They have a combo series that they do
Yeah. And I interrupted.
by teleporting. Yeah.
He's just gonna stop and take a deep breath. And like, all right, I'll take this seriously then, Zeke. And I'm gonna activate one of my powers.
Okay.
I'm gonna activate the Sands of Time.
Isn't that a divine?
No,
Lantern?
that is a power on my class.
Soul Warden, that's right. Oh, class powers are busted.
Yep.
Okay.
And since he asked me to take this seriously, I will.
He asked you to not be disrespectful. You can play with your opponent, just don't taunt or mock them.
And that's part of how you play, though.
Well, if they were taunting and mocking you, you guys could be shit talking all over. Balance in all things.
Yeah, we're trying to get him into that.
Mm-mm.
But he needs to go ahead and make me a toughness test.
Do I get any of my situational and or ability bonuses, or is it just plain?
Target makes a con save. All right, he ages half this much.
in days? Or like what?
Years.
Oh, jeez.
And they're stuck with 1 day to live.
Divine Providence will bounce it off of their shield.
Mm-hmm.
The sand will come back to you. Yeah, I had a thing I picked for them. Basically, they have a super power field.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent.
GM.
Mm-hmm.
Second half action. Again.
Okay. Let's see if Divine Providence kicks anyways. No. Oh boy. Wow. You're getting lucky on those power field rolls. Okay. Power field didn't go off, but toughness they did pass.
So they age 77 years.
Okay.
And those are my
Um,
2 combat actions. And those are my 2 combat actions.
Instead of seeing them fall to pieces in age, their skin just kind of starts to peel away, revealing a golden vessel inside.
Ah.
You have tempered me through the sands of time. Time was my enemy, for I had no patience for it. Thank you. And they will slam their chest, breaking the last bits of the mortal vessel. I'm an apostle of Apollo. Let us fight.
And then. Yeah, and that's Easley's turn.
All right. They are going to War Thunder charge here and slam the ground, creating a shockwave. Damn sheet, get out of the way. 44 damage. And then the whole laundry list of ouch.
Yeah. I'll take that on the chin.
Okay. And they will stand in the middle and chant a mantra. And basically a blessing to Zeke, or to not to Zeke, to Apollo. And that golden light starts to become brighter. Your turn. That is God's tongue.
Yeah.
Zeke kind of nods like, now this, I like this a lot. That means, he's kind of like, Zeke's impressed. His brother did good.
Yeah. Eatsley is going to begin chanting in God's tongue as well.
Nice. You have an advantage here. You're a scholar.
Yes.
You know pronunciation. I'm going to have you roll God's tongue.
All right. We're going to call upon our true name here as well.
Ooh.
For bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this is the fellowship skill. So I'm better at it when I'm drunk.
You slur your words into perfect pronunciation of God's tongue. That's so strange.
Right? Oh, sorry. There's an extra 5 on top of that.
5
if
degrees?
it matters. An extra 5 degrees of success, yeah.
They only get half the prayer out before you just go, yeah, no. Fortunately, you have to wait for half of it to complete, because if you cut it off at the wrong point, it says something ruinous.
Yeah.
So you wait and you're like, oh, there, that's safe. And they only get half the prayer.
And I'm like, ooh. That would have been bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to start chanting in different prayer in God's tongue.
What's the prayer?
Ainsley's going to say a prayer in God's tongue to Zeke.
Okay.
Not asking for there to be. Ainsley's no longer angry at this person. And he's been trying to do this fight so the paladin can have something to go to and not be shamed from Apollo.
Doesn't seem like they're shamed any longer.
Right, but if he beats her, she's going to be removed from the order.
But that's a foolishness of mortals, not of Zeke, or not of Apollo though. He's already revealed that he's already invested in this character. They're going to be an apostle, win or lose.
Yeah, that's Matt said that.
Yeah. So I'm asking for a prayer to provide providence and clarity in this decision. That we don't actually have to fight. I'm nothing more than something to help you grow side by side, monster and humans.
Okay.
Ah,
Damn, son. Well, that character does not have. Yeah, they don't have the ability to resist, but balancing all things, they get a 50-50 roll on that shield.
damn. Carol was hoping for 100 on that.
Nah. The words flow over and bounce off the shield.
DM.
Mm-hmm.
I want to use a favorite token here on Apollo.
Of course you are.
He's
He's gonna allow you to get a reroll.
Hmm.
That's it. Reroll on that shield.
Another thing is that is getting help the same thing as using currency that you share?
Anything pulled from someone else's inventory or power set at this point is outside help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Apollo will offer you a reroll.
I was gonna ask for my words to reach them. Period.
Not on this time. Not this time. You're gonna have to risk it because Zeke's involved. He's gonna want fairness in all things.
Fair.
That's the downside of also having your patron. He might have went, yeah, that's fine. But Zeke's here and he's like, no, balance in all things. He's like, I was helping your guy. Balance.
Fair enough. God, we gotta hope the reroll goes bad for him. Alright, let's try it. I don't know. Hold on. Let me try it here. No, we don't. We just wait for the next turn.
You feel power building though.
I
Nowhere
bet
to go.
I do. There's always a place for it to go.
No, I'm talking about it feels like that one boss that's building a power again.
Mhm.
And there's nowhere to go in this place.
Oh yeah, no.
It's like that box room that you guys fought in.
I have ideas.
Okay. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
That's gonna be the end of my turn.
Okay. They're gonna still use 2 complex actions, and they'll have a pulse roll out. I'll give you a tracking bar. Pulse is an auto hit at this range. You just have to get out of the way.
Yeah. So dodge plus 80 plus 30. Oh, that actually should have massive negative to it as well. Sec. Have to reroll that anyways. It's...
Okay.
Sec.
18 degrees?
No. 9 degrees.
Okay. Your next dodge will be at a minus 90.
Alright.
That's it for them. You're up.
Alright. We're going to try again.
Okay. Oh! Oh, right under the threshold.
Alright. We're gonna do it again.
There you go. And they're gonna kind of give you a side eye, and they're just gonna give you a wink.
Okay. All right, I know what I'm gonna do then.
Okay.
Eatsley is.
You can both feel Apollo and Zeke go, huh? They're not even sure what the heck's going on.
Right. And if I'm getting this correctly, right, they're gonna. Should I roll a scrutiny on this, GM?
Yeah, roll me a scrutiny. And since you passed, it'll only be a minus 20.
Okay. I think I know what they're saying here. Oh,
This smite is not for you. It's for someone in the crowd.
all right.
Don't move.
And Eatsley's gonna stay put.
Yep. This goes up to 5. Do you just want to let it play out?
Eatsley's gonna let it play out.
Okay. It eventually gets to 10, and one of the sunbeam that comes down catches in the hammer, and they're just gonna throw it at you. But right before it hits you, it looks like you parry it, and it just kind of does this little swoop up towards this creepy looking child in the crowd. Goes that way. It rips through the protective barrier and clocks this thing right in the chest, and you see automata parts fire every which direction. And when the Warhammer comes back, it has a mechanical heart on it. Not skewered, but kind of like magnetized. And they'll flip the hammer and hold it out to you.
I'll take the hammer.
No, the gem or the power core.
Oh, the power core? I'm gonna take the power core. Does it look familiar?
That's a powerful Monstre core in that power system.
Mm. All right.
I've missed my greatest attack. I'm exhausted. I must return to my duties. Well done, Ainsley.
Eatsley stops. It's like, sure you don't want to get a drink?
If it's tea.
All right, we can have some tea.
And there is a cacophony of, oh, what the fuck just happened? This is unacceptable. What? Blasphemy. The usual.
Yep. And then Easy's gonna take this, and it's gonna kind of like look up to the side. Susie, give this to Lord Goal.
Sure.
I'm sure you were listening in, so you can tell him what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And then he's just going to start walking.
All right. There is an uproar in town.
I'm sure there is.
They don't even mention you. They're not even angry at you. They're this person's gonna have a rough time going forward.
I know.
They might even be considered an enemy of the state.
But then make an enemy out of Apollo.
Well, there's a lot of fear and anger going around.
Mhm.
Apollo will probably not do anything about it and just let things play out. He's already backed his people.
Fair.
You're also starting to see something, Suze, on the conspiracy board.
Yeah.
Apostles are starting to arrive. Real ones. You have Apostle of Adirondale, now Apollo in the same city. An Apostle of Vicarum is coming. The Lich.
Yes.
You have an Apostle of Pagonus in your little floofer.
Mhm.
Apostle of Zeki. Phil can be almost considered an Apostle of Nareem. You just gotta find the other players.
Seems
All
like a
right.
maelstrom.
Yep. Susie,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back to the place, our home.
Yeah. Menagerie. Yeah.
I have to finish my thing.
Your thing.
Yeah.
What's the thing?
A large statue of carving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's gotta do his labor.
Yeah. Easily. I have a question here, GM.
Mhm.
Have I helped them complete their labor?
Yeah, you did.
Does my house mantle get anything for that?
Zeki will give you a favor token that you can apply either to the house mantle or to something else.
That's pretty good.
I mean, I know what I'm going to apply
The
it
house
to.
mantle will get plus 10 armor.
Okay. I'm put that
Ixley,
into.
did you use my favorite token?
I didn't. No.
Okay. I didn't realize you had another Apollo one.
GM.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to actually apply it to my snake mantle.
Okay.
As the snake represents the reconciliation between heaven and earth.
Okay.
Is it defined yet?
It hasn't been defined yet.
Ooh.
So I'm going to define it. Because I feel like this is the most thematic moment to define the snake mantle.
Mhm.
I would have switched to it when I knew what they were doing.
Mhm.
To be a reconciliation between old enemies.
Okay. And that's what you kind of want the mantle to become? Reconciliation of heaven and earth?
Yeah.
Okay. It is not reconciliation from those beyond, though.
No.
Okay. Hostility is kind of subdued while you wear this. Doesn't take it away. It just kind of kills the immediate need to be violent against the target of their hatred. So it basically.
Go ahead. No, that's all right.
It basically suspends the hatred talent and or other negative conditions that would force somebody to act in a violent or aggressive nature towards the target of that ability. So you can talk peacefully. It suppresses negative qualities, and it suppresses positive qualities that would give you a bonus against that target of hatred.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're gonna play Zeki's Boon to this one.
Okay. All right. Equal to your weapon skill bonus. You can provide a power field to anyone who would be attacked by a target of hatred. It's still a 50-50 though.
Yep. But it's better than nothing.
Hmm.
And again, Itzy is going to head back to the temple. And mark down on internal calendar. We have 6 days until Wandering Brewmaster.
Mhm.
And then head back to the menagerie. Start working.
Yep. The paladin will be taking refuge with Grand Paladin Jurgrim. But you also know that could be a terrible series of events that will unfold.
You always invite them back home for visit.
No, he can't.
Okay.
The Grand Paladin can't.
The Grand Paladin can't.
I didn't mean the other paladin. The new apostle.
No, the apostle is needed in the city. They will politely refuse. But you guys can kind of, on the conspiracy board, Susie, you can see that forces will act against that group, and it will be disastrous. You may in the future have to pick between saving the Grand Paladin or the Apostle, as evil forces are on the move. They can't have that alliance. Jurgrim's faction can't gain an Apostle. They would be unstoppable, and the war may not happen. And the war must happen.
I have a question here. What if Jurgrim gives up his position?
Then someone will take his place. That's what he fears.
But
a zealot, a yes man will take his place.
Wouldn't the most logical person for you to appoint be the apostle?
Apostles can't take that position. They must go. They must have the freedom to go out in the world to spread the word and or do the deeds of their god.
This is true.
They have to be free to operate. They can't be locked up in an office. Otherwise, they wouldn't be an apostle. They would be a priest.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Zeke will never lock you into taking care of a temple. Once you've built the temple, you will most likely be assigned a priest, a head priest.
And that's fair. That reminds me, I should probably talk to one of the priests here.
Yeah. You probably will have several days. This type of event has to be done quietly.
Yes.
So you just got to find the moving gear pieces. Now you have a big clue, like a clue you guys really needed from the apostle.
Yeah. That was a powerful monster core.
Mm-hmm. This is the monster gem of the Spider Queen, which is a legendary monster on par with the Pharaoh.
So we can't revive her.
No.
There's an
Yeah.
idea I have, though. We can take the things about the Spider Queen away.
No, something's weird. The gemstone is invaded by this weird circuitry from the power core housing.
Right.
Has all these little circuit lines that stab into the crystal, and it's extracting power.
Okay.
Can you evolve it out?
Susie might be the only one who can at this point. You're the only gold tier or gold leaf catalyzer on the continent.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, this works both ways. I
Might
am
need
going to.
Ashenfur's help because of the artifice involved.
Okay.
Might. I'm not saying it's. You guys might have to research it a little bit more.
That's fair. You know what? I will. I won't immediately do what I'm doing then, because it's a great tool, and it's our first power core that we've gotten so far. So what we can do then is we can have Ashen for research it first, and then I can do gain information first, and then what I'll be doing is I'll be resetting it back to 1, the core.
I wouldn't put it back to 1.
No?
No. I think just reviving it would be better strategically for us.
So if when I do it, I take everything that they evolved with out as well. So all the catalyzing materials. And then we can re-evolve them again if we want to keep them as a piece.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Take it out, re-evolve them more efficiently?
Yes, we can do that with a catalyzer, or we can just use the spider parts for myself. One of the two.
You actually could. Yeah, you would gain so much power because that is a very powerful NPC.
Yeah, and only with their core is the like this point here, they can't do much either way. If we don't remove the thing that's killing the core and sucking its power out, which we need to do immediately.
Well, the power core is not tapped into. Like it's not.
Oh, it's not drawing power at the point.
Yeah,
I gotcha. So we still have time.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one of the catalyzing things I can do. I can reset them back to 1, and all the catalyzing materials that they put into themselves comes out with them too. So then you can do it more efficiently, or you can take a person, and take all the things away. That's what I was going to do with the spider, cosmic spider you captured.
I see. I think honestly, taking out and maybe recatalyzing them might be a better option. I wouldn't take any of their stuff because that'll be an enemy we don't need if we let them survive. And
they hold grudges.
And having a life debt is far more beneficial than having a life enemy.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to reset them either way, and then I will make them. We'll put them in the bond slot, so then we have our cake and eat it too.
That's fair.
That's the way to do it.
Okie dokie. We've decided. Sounds good.
Suze, what are you doing?
So Susie had a very important thing to do, which is catalyze the Moon Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're doing. Susie went out and in her new sprite form and teleported all around the moon looking for materials using the fates, a power from our rock boy to find some moon rocks of different qualities, from treasure grade all the way down to small.
Cool.
Yeah. So Susie goes out and does that. And then once she does find it, and finds them, she's going to do the catalyzing for the Moon Phoenix.
All right. Anything else besides the catalyzing? Like any other plans?
This one's pretty important to get done first.
Sure.
Then she also has some things in her office she wanted to do, but she wanted the Moon Phoenix up and running.
Okay. You'll be doing a surprise catalyzer. It won't. It'll be a treasure grade evolution.
Oh. Okay.
Because the Moon Phoenix, they can evolve, but you put them on the moon, and they're in the branches of the white pure tree, surrounded by moonstones, and Adirondale is like, yes, you're a good little birdie. And they're being taken care of in Apostle Marine, so they get to have a treasure grade.
Okay. Awesome. We're going to use the water mantle here as well. We're going to use, if this is the treasure grade,
which will unlock what that looks like for you. Where did that go? As a catalyzer, this will be huge because knowing what this looks like is kind of a big deal. There it is.
Yeah. So I'm guessing this is part of the evolution handout. So it says it needs to be large sized.
The Moon Phoenix bypass ingredients requirements.
Okay.
Because they can't evolve normally.
Gotcha.
They can only evolve once they've perished and then reform. So the reincarnation.
Okay, you can only do one treasure grade evolution. Cool. The question is, which one would the Moon Phoenix get for an option here?
They're probably going to try and ascend to a higher state of being.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. Okay. So, we're gonna do something fancy here.
Not fancy.
Susie is going to use her duality favorite token.
I dig it.
She's also going to take out the Divine Sunstone. And she's going to use the Sunstone as a, with Apollo's favor token needed to use the Divine Elements. she's going to, with Dirondale using the other half here because with the Moon Phoenix. And I know our Dirondale is already in this, but I wanted to use the favor token to use this divine gray material as a to amplify the moonlight in a sense, because I think that this sunstone is, since it was upgraded to treasure, divine, it is also true attached to it as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I use this as a pure strain, because we can use mixing pot and pure strain to balance the moon side. So we use the sunstone to balance the pure strain and the mixing pot, because sun and moon are opposites, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, let's do that, and we'll put it to the ascend to higher state of being.
Okay. And then pop their head out of the egg. And it's a little baby Moon Phoenix. But he's got that little feather on the top of their head that's made of sunlight. And it can wiggle back and forth. It's like kind of if you ever seen an anime where there's like a tuft of hair or a feather, and whenever the character reacts, it also moves.
Mm-hmm.
That it's still going to be a baby for a while.
Yeah.
But that is probably going to be the equivalent of the King of Dragons.
Nice.
King of the Phoenixes. And he's just going to sit in the nest and start to nibble at the moonstones. Nom, 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 nom.
Okie dokie. So, that was...
and this is where its roost is going to be.
Perfect.
You'll be granted a seed for one of the unblemished white trees. This one will grow into a very, very large one. Pick a good spot.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
That way it won't outgrow the large trees out there.
Gotcha.
So basically a world tree on the moon.
World tree on the moon. Okay.
It'll take a long time for it to grow into one, but it'll grow alongside the Moon Phoenix.
Perfect. Okay. So that was a divine item, a treasure item, and a flawless item. So I get 6 to all my stats. Fun.
Yes, you do.
I also completed a treasure evolution. And all right.
What else? What other plans you got?
What other plans does Susie have? Susie managed to get this. Did the catalyzing for Indrid. That took a bit. How long did the evolution take for the Moon Phoenix?
About an hour.
Hour. Okay. Does the Superior Evolution still take a day of downtime actions for Susie?
Well, it wasn't a spirit; that was a treasure.
No, not for that was for Indrid. I was talking about because
yeah, it does take.
I did. Okay, yeah. So I took a day to do that. We got Moon Phoenix done.
They just needed a little nudge. They kind of do most of the work themselves. The Phoenixes.
Mm-hmm. Let's go back to the inner world then, and do some reading, I suppose.
Sounds good.
She's also going to check out the board and study that a little bit as well. The plot board. And else. Her crystal buddy, or actually she's going to bring her basket of plant materials to the wood sprite, and she's going to feed that to them. Oh, one thing she didn't want to do too. So she did all the prep for the lotus, the healing lotus, with the rotwood already. So she's gonna plant the seed now for it. Let it grow.
Let me turn on the music.
Get that started. Plant the seeds.
Yep. Go ahead and make a note of that in chat if you could.
Or she's also planning for her superior evolution, which she's going to do after she has planted the seed and she has talked to her new alchemy master. It's kind of also because the alchemy master's been doing all these different things inside her the inner garden, so she's kind of attuned to that a bit more as well. He's been putting in aether arrays of different kinds, and
yeah, he's been going around going, yes. No, this is not right. We need to move the rocks a little bit. That way, the feng shui energy will work.
So just gonna do that. Yeah, I guess that's put things in the pipeline for Susie. she pretty much has a evolution ready to go. Yeah, I don't really have anything else too crazy besides going to the salt flats and exploring that, as well as traversing the desert. But she's a little occupied with the whole plot we got going on, so I don't have time for that right now.
Okay. He's built a good spot for your peppers.
Excellent. Yeah, good old hot peppers. Susie will probably making some more fertilizer, not the good stuff, not the premium grow, but probably going to use a major evolution fertilizer for that. Hot peppers. Got to get those chili flakes going and yada yada.
I agree. He has set up an area, a quarantine area, for the super hot peppers.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, he's like, the energies and the aroma that comes off of when these peppers start to germinate are dangerous to the other ingredients.
Okay.
Especially this one. I don't know where you found this one, but this is dark, spicy. Ugh.
Oh, you mean the what was the devil devil pepper?
Yeah.
Yeah, we found it on the moon side. So, did you see the death plant yet?
Yes, I have. I've been all over the garden.
What do you think I should? What do you think I should do with that one? I could use it as well, I could use it for evolutions for people, but I don't really think it's. I don't think I can make it bloom without using a lot of causing an issue in here. So, what's your thoughts on it?
Well, there's that way, but there's also other ways.
Other ways? What do you mean?
Well, this particular plant can, if you link it to a greater array in your garden, if there is a disease or some sort of interaction that would normally kill some plants, you can actually siphon it away to the death plant.
Oh, that's interesting.
It'll give your plants more vitality, more life. They'll grow faster, they'll be healthier, and then the death plant will eat up all of the death energy that would have been imbued in the plants. Both will benefit.
How about we do that now?
Okay, I have all the materials here! As he goes with a bag of stuff.
Okay, I don't really know arrays, but I'm a fast learner. Maybe I could
follow me. Use your skittering legs. Skitter, 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 skitter.
She skitters away.
You'll explain kind of the arrays. They're actually pretty simple, but the consideration involved is that's the complex part.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the diagram used is also important. But he explains the templates, which are the base diagrams and the shapes they come in and the polygons they form. And each of the conjunction points requires a foci, but you can use aether crystals for that. But it has a dizzying complexity with what type of crystals you can use. If they're element crystals, connecting that array to another array can be a little complex. But you have so many materials here, and the area is pretty darn ideal for these arrays. You just have to clean up an area around because a misplaced rock can interfere with it. So
Of course.
he'll explain it to you. Go ahead and get arrays. 1 check mark.
Where would that be? Scholastic?
Mm-hmm. That way, if the quarantine of the plant, the peppers doesn't hold at one point because the devil plant gets too strong. The death plant can eat away all the death energy coming off of it.
Gotcha.
Nom, 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 nom. Everything has its place. You'd have to design this place to be
Has the steak been put away?
overlapping fields of harmony, I think is the word. Yes. Skitter.
Yeah. Do you see the death skull in here as well?
Oh yes, very spooky. I didn't look at it.
It's Indrid's, and they were thinking maybe they could use it for an evolution, but I don't know. It kind of feels alive, but dead at the same time. It's undead, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't ask questions about talking skulls. No, we're
Yeah,
going to ignore it and move on.
Trouble. Okay. Probably pretty cozy in that little death flower area, though. Working together in symbiosis. Harmony, maybe. Maybe that's the right word there. Okay. That's fine. You want to move on to Allie, maybe?
Well, unfortunately, Allie has done a danger.
Danger?
But it required quite a bit of time.
Gotcha. So we're in catch-up stage right now. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
So I will put that down.
You do see, Susie, on the conspiracy board, a very large contingent of paladins and priests who specialize in curses, exorcism, purification. Even one of the paladins has the ability to do a minor cleanse.
Okay.
So he's very blessed. A very large contingent is sent out to go basically clean up the wake of where Indrid is currently.
Interesting.
And as
So
you look
they're being redirected?
No, they're so much misfortune and evil and horror has been unleashed on the world. And technically, these are the forces of good being sent out to save the land.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, Allie. I'm having people sent after you.
But Mothman's the hero of this story, don't forget.
Not currently.
No? Allie hasn't been saving the people?
Only one group has been saved so far. Every other group, she's just been fascinated and watched.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought the whole point of Allie going over there was to save them from their blight.
The first one, yeah. The other 4 that she unleashed, the other 5, sorry, just watched.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to go save your people, but not the rest of them. I thought you wanted to get a bunch of points to save them. Interesting.
I know.
Now what am I going to do with myself? Susie's going to make a bunch of food. She's going to make a feast's worth of food. She's going to spend the next 2 to 3 days making different foods and putting it inside her storage space. And then she's going to go to the salt flats.
The salt flats. Do you bring anyone with you?
Nope, just myself.
Okay. Okay, the salt flats. That's dangerous.
Mm-hmm. And over the past couple days of making food, very large amount of food, she got a lot of food when she was in Skyholds, and used some of it for our expedition, but she didn't use all of it. So yeah, she just cooked that all up, and she's giving that as an offering to the salt flats.
Okay.
As she comes in, because the way our keychain works is that you can go in and not have to give offerings, and not
As long as you stay in the slipstream, though.
No. That's just the keychain. It's free passage in the salt flats. That was Apollo's gift from 6th or 7th floor.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's
So
bad.
I give the food. And that gives me a bonus going in because I'm tipping in a sense, and but yeah, I go in, and now my plan is to map the salt flats.
Well, it's a bit spookier than you thought. Reaching certain areas, you go by those blighted ghouls, the whites, covered in salt.
Nice.
Infested with salt crystals, and they kind of twitch and shamble. They're very, very cursed, those things, and they still have some of the armor and clothing and accessories that they had when they were alive.
Nice.
Some of them are even treasure grade weapons and items, just terribly cursed.
I'll let the salt flats have their treasures. I'm just here to map it out. Eatsley, can I borrow the world map while we're doing this?
The what?
Can I use the world maps?
Yeah.
Just figured it'd be helpful to have.
The salt flats. It actually doesn't show anything from the salt flats.
Okay.
You can still take it, just in case.
Yeah. Because otherwise, Susie's going to be making a spiderweb map in her inner world to map the salt flats this way. Eatsley, you have cartography as a skill, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
So when you get into the center of the salt flats, where it is as bad as it can get, you'll find a sinkhole in the middle.
Interesting.
In the sinkhole is a dungeon. Beneath the dungeon is a rift to the demonic realm. That dungeon holds it in place.
Interesting.
Secures it, locks it away.
Yeah.
Seals it in the salt crystals. Saps it of its energy. The creatures from there, they're distorted. The dungeon crystal, or the dungeon core, is also blighted with salt. It's kind of a force of nature now. It's not really a controlled dungeon. It's an environment.
Gotcha.
The things that shamble out through there are dangerous. And the dungeon boss, so to speak, is a Draco Lich, a blighted Draco Lich that curls around the sealed rift.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes a note.
It has 8 skull and crossbones.
Nice.
And underneath it, it has a wailing skull, which you've not seen before. If you play Destiny 2, when you die in a non-respawn zone, it has that screaming skull. That's that image. If you die here, you're dead.
For sure. I gotcha.
No escapes, no revives, no taking your crystal, no recovery.
Even Apollo?
None of the gods can save you here.
None of the gods. Alrighty.
The salt will get you.
Gotcha.
You also notice that in here, there's no aether.
In the salt flats, there's no aether, or just the dungeon area?
In the dungeon. It's aetherless.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's choking. It's suffocating.
Do I need to explore this dungeon to explore the salt flats, or no?
You do not need to explore the whole dungeon, no. Okay. It's a very strange thing, because you can stand on the lip of the sinkhole and just look in, and you can see the whole dungeon. It's just a pit.
Gotcha.
You did have to push through tens of thousands of ghouls to get to it, and they crawl out every day. Some of them just kind of collapse and fall back into a pile of salt.
Yeah.
So they can't even hold themselves up, and they don't look like they have monster gems.
Right, kind of something else.
It looks like they're just animated by whatever cursed blight that is.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like they're fueled by the salt flats itself, which is probably why it's so hungry. But yeah, you eventually just kind of explore the rest. It's a bunch of other scary stuff, but that's the heart of the salt flats.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna be doing that. It'll probably take a while to do that.
Okay. So when you do map it, the prize is you get access to a administrative subscreen. You will be notified immediately if there is demonic activity.
So this was
Sealed Rift.
Okay. I'll just put in chat what you said we were going to get.
Mm-hmm.
So is that the question mark thing?
That's the question mark one. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm notified of demonic incursion just through that rift, though.
Because that's what the Salt Flats is securing in the middle.
Gotcha.
That rift is trapped in a giant salt crystal, and you will be notified immediately if there's something going to happen there, so you can jump on it and be like, "Not on my desert."
Okay.
As for your reward tile and flawless Aether Gem and legendary item, you will get a decanter of endless water.
Okay. Cool.
Which, by the way, in D&D was one of the most powerful items in the game.
Of course.
Because the amount of water it produces per minute, and it's endless. This will produce clean and cold water. As for the title and flawless Aether Gem, flawless Aether Gem will be large sized.
Cool.
And the title, I got a couple choices here actually. Which one do I give you? Eeny, meeny, miny. Yeah, that one's fine. Let's get rid of that first.
I saw something pop up and then it disappeared.
Oh, it was the turn order.
Oh, okay.
I got rid of the turn order, yeah.
Yeah, I had my character sheet up, so I was just wondering what it was.
So what was that? There is a difference. There is a difference between blighted and corrupted.
Okay.
Corrupted means the demonic energy is spread and it has infected the land. Blighted land is a causality of containing demonic energy.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And if your ability ever procs, you'll be like, this is blighted land? Let's investigate. Meow.
Yeah, it might lead to another rift.
Because a lot of the rifts weren't able to be closed in the last war.
Right.
So they were sealed instead. And unfortunately, that stuff drains the aether from the land and eventually corrupts the immediate area and then mutates the area.
I see.
Mm-hmm. The Pharaoh doesn't particularly care. The Salt Flats protect one of his territorial flanks.
Mm-hmm. It's also a way to travel.
Mm-hmm. You also have the unfortunate. He has the unfortunate problem of those salt whites. He can't control them, despite being the Pharaoh.
Right. It's more of I live with the natives, and the natives are
fucking crazy.
Yeah, gotcha. Salty boys.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie, I'm sure that kept me busy. If Allie is busy with her their stuff, What about Eatsley?
We can get him several days ahead to catch you guys back up. Eatsley, what do you do for several days? Cha!
What?
Char chitty char char.
Yes, yes, yes.
What do you do for 6 days?
Eatsley, 6 days is going to. He personally feels like he hasn't, but he's going to start working on his labor again.
Okay.
He has done everything else he needed to prepare for it. He's gonna start carving away at that scale.
Okay. Were you able to retrieve the slate?
What's like?
Because remember, you had to go out to the a specific area, find a
Yeah.
rock.
Yeah. Itsu
Carry it back.
was actually gonna carve it because it had to be aetherless, which was the key part of it.
Mhm.
Was gonna carve it from the world serpent scale.
Oh yeah, you're gonna bypass it with the world serpent scale.
Plus,
Okay.
it's already like a divine grade item as it is.
Yeah, that is way harder to carve into than you imagined.
Yeah.
It requires your letter opener.
Yep. So it's gonna be the letter opener, and he is going to carve all of Zeki's words into the scale.
Okay.
For 6 days.
Any rests, or is it you like in a trance while you're doing this?
Zeke, he's gonna do this as part of his labor. He's not gonna stop until the last letter is done.
Okay. Each day I'll give you a God's tongue test. You need 100 degrees cumulative to finish.
Oh,
And
100
yes,
degrees.
you can be drunk while you do this.
Oh yes, we're definitely gonna be drunk when we're doing this. You know what? You know what, Jim? I know what we're gonna push it to. Because we.
Well, you
I'm gonna
get
go.
a bunch of days. You don't have to slam it in one day.
Oh, he's not gonna slam it in one day, but we're gonna make it like an even 88. Just because it's gonna make everything easier for me,
Mhm.
like math wise. What? Because I don't think this would fall under fellowship. Before I was rolling weapon skill for it.
Yes, you chose weapon skill.
Yes. Okay.
Normally it'd be int, but you're like, nah, weapon skill.
Okay.
And I was like, okay.
And have flower mantle dawn for this.
As you do.
Yep. So that's gonna be 40 plus 23. Yeah. I don't know why you put it 90 there because she's been plus 83. I just hit the wrong numbers. I think I hit the wrong numbers. One less degree, 60.
All right. I'm gonna roll a 1d100.
All right.
I'm gonna multiply that by 10.
All right.
Or sorry, I'm just gonna roll a 1d100. You actually make no progress. The scale resists you.
Even
Reduces
with.
your degrees of success by 71.
All right.
Fire away.
Oh. Fine then. We're going here with it.
You do leave the marks, but when you look up, the world serpent's scale has devoured the words, and there's not even a blemish.
Understood. We're gonna go full power on this then. Um, I do get just blank plus 30 to my weapon skills. Fine then.
50 degrees.
All right.
They eat some of your progress.
Pencil. 50. All right.
Hmm.
$17.
67.
All right.
Good thing you can make big dick rolls, because otherwise this scale would just eat up all your progress.
Oh yeah, no. When he usually gets too frustrated, he's gonna start. Damn it!
It eats all your progress the next day, and it's like, bitch!
All right, that's it. Oh, you want to go there with me?
No, it just doesn't interact with you at all. It's just at one point you look up and your entire day's work is gone.
Oh yeah, no.
As you drink even deeper.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, 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 ooh. We're getting there. All right. Ah, that's not right. Sorry.
That's 6. That's 6 days.
So here, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this would be day 6.
Okay.
Come on. Come on. Roll low. Roll low. 5. 2, 1, 72. We're gonna have words. You and I. Word. It's just gonna take a moment. He's gonna go to the tavern that night.
You need a drink.
I need a drink.
I mean, you are fighting the world serpent, but only a scale. So,
Yep. He's just gonna walk in. He's gonna look around and be like, bartender, I need something to drown my frustrations in.
I mean, this is not the establishment for that. If you want to have that, go to the pub.
I'm going to look at him and like, fair enough.
What I can get you is a drink to relieve you of your frustrations, but not drown you in it.
That will work. I've been carving into something, and each day it mocks me by by erasing what I have carved.
Well, that sounds frustrating. Yeah. Why do you do that?
I want to look at him like religious beliefs.
Oh. I mean, is it worth it?
Yeah. Challenge yourself beyond what you can do. Reach
Okay.
farther than you can ever imagine. Explore places that haven't been explored. All in all, it's just fun.
If you insist,
Look, right? So put it like this, right? Imagine you're trying to brew something, the hardest brew you've ever done. Every time you try and craft it, it just rejects everything that's not good. So you have to redo it to make it great.
Well, I just tossed the batch. Start again.
Right, unfortunately, this is one of the things you can't just casually toss.
Well, sure. If it undoes it, you just write more.
Exactly.
No,
It's
sit down. The master should be by any time.
I'm excited.
Hmm.
I would say it's frustrating enough for me to pull my hair out, but I don't have any hair. You know, a little Scarman humor. No? Okay.
No, I'm just sorry. I have a bundle of nerves whenever the master comes around.
Oh? Your maths are demanding, annoying, and pushes you to go beyond your limits?
Something like that. Also, don't brew shitty drinks.
So, everything I just said. It's okay, I understand.
Pretty much.
He's just gonna take one of the drinks, just slowly sip it.
Eventually, the master will arrive. Followed by something terrifying. It was this small cat person kind of comes up, jumps up on the stool, looks at you, looks at the apprentice. Jake, give me a drink now. And this thing kind of looms in after it. That's a Wendigo.
I'm just gonna lean back and wave.
There is a hunger of insurmountable, like, quantity. And he, instead of letting the Wendigo bother him, he just pours out in a bowl for the Wendigo, and the Wendigo goes after it instead of the meat that it would hunger for.
Hmm?
What are you looking at, Skellerman? You want this hammer in your face?
No, I'm looking to drink.
Oh, good. Can't get rid of this blasted Wendigo. Hungers for my flesh, but I give it drink instead.
I see. I've been looking for someone actually. Not a Wendigo.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm looking for the Wandering Brewmaster.
That's me.
Oh, that's you? A pleasure to meet you.
Takes a sip. 4 out of 10. Puts it back. Next! If there's not a bottle that's 6 out of 10 or better, we're going to have words, apprentice. Course master.
And I would kind of wait and look. And I would look at him like, that was you have such high expectations.
Yeah, you got a problem?
No, I was just curious.
Brewing's an art.
And that's true.
And if he wants to graduate and actually be acknowledged by me, then he has to fill my expectations. I don't ask for much, just a single brew every time we meet that's actually tasty.
Well, what happens if he fails to meet your expectations?
Well, he's no longer my apprentice. It's over.
What happens if he gets a 10 out of 10?
Then I'll drink the whole bottle.
I was just curious when he graduates.
When I decide on it. He needs to make a signature brew that I haven't tasted before. And it needs to be 6 out of 10 or better.
I see.
I keep telling him if he goes out into the world instead of running a shop, then he could do this. And the apprentice says, and I keep telling you, Master, that if I stay here in the trade hub central of the continent, I don't have to.
Not a really good wanderer, then, are you?
I never said I wandered. He wanders.
Then how do you expect to make the best of anything?
My way?
I won't lean
Drinks
over.
one. No, this is 6 out of 10. Damn. This is good. You, Skellerman, drink! As he slides you the bottle. Give me the next bottle!
I'm going to take a drink out of it.
You kind of just go, that's good. Oh, wow. That's a kick in the nuts, even though you don't have them good.
I'm like, this is good.
It's
not
passable.
Not what he told me earlier, though.
Yeah, because he's not going to have it for you.
I was so sad. Like, as an apprentice of the Wandering Poet, I love to drink.
Well, do some poetry, and if I'm impressed enough, you can drink with me, I suppose.
I actually have something here you might like. I've been wondering, and I found some really nice ingredients that you might like. Would you like to see them first?
No, drinking first, poetry first. Then we get into that. We got about 30 bottles we got to get through. Once we get through the first 10, then we can start talking.
Okay. Hi, GM. Oh, yeah. Like this. Master, so. Ha.
That makes this booze way better.
I agree. Each of these tales is going to be about a group of adventurers that wander into a temple, and the temple takes them skyhold. And the adventurers go and end up clearing the castle in the sky.
Cool. He only takes one drink, like one small sake cup, and then he passes you the whole remaining bottle.
Easily will take like small sips out of this because he knows that there's gonna be a lot coming, but he's definitely not drinking deep. He's gonna rely on his immunity. He's gonna enjoy it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And once you're done with it, the daughter will come over, reseal it, and sometimes it's pretty elaborate, and then take it to the back. He's like, "What the hell is this? This is a 1." I tried to use strange ingredients. Ugh, this is sour, spicy, slimy. Ugh, texture's awful. That's because it's not to your taste. I applaud you for trying something strange, though. But this is vile. Oh, here, Skellerman, try this.
I'm gonna take a sip of it.
It's everything you describe. Oh, it's a shiver through you and just. Bleh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Would you also like to make squid out of peanut butter?
Nah, don't do that. It's disgusting.
Right, no, I'm telling him, would he also make fried squid out of peanut butter?
I don't do that. I brew. That would be my fried squid and peanut butter.
Yes, this is your fried squid and peanut butter.
Yeah, I know.
Is that a Food Wars reference?
That is a Food Wars reference. Thank you for noticing.
Of course. Susie is embodiment of Food Wars, hopefully.
All right. So the it kind of goes all night, and eventually you get to the ingredients part. All right. Bring me the next bottle. You, Skellerman. What were what were you mentioning about earlier?
Oh, right. I have some really interesting items here.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to pull out some of the peppers that we got from the turtles.
Sky tortoise petals or peppers. Nice. Good. Love it.
Right. And now here's the spicy one. And I'm going to pull out the barrel of ice water.
Give it to my apprentice. He needs the practice. That's some good stuff. You might actually make an 8 out of 10 with that. It's good stuff.
See, I would, but I'm trying to be a brewmaster myself. Well, I'm also trying to
ulterior motives. You're not just here to drink and carouse. You're here to try and. I don't like it.
I'm here to learn a single technique.
Well, you do know how to drink. A single technique, eh?
A single technique. That's all easily needs right now is one technique.
All right. When I hand you a bottle, take as much of it as you need to identify all the ingredients. You need to have a taster's tongue, not just a drinker's tongue. It needs to go beyond just enjoyment. You have to scrutinize it. You should still enjoy it. You can still revel in it, but you need to dissect it.
Understood.
Now give my apprentice the barrel.
All right. And I'm going to hand the barrel over along with the peppers.
Yep. Next bottle. He slides you the 11th. He'll bark orders at you about how to identify the flavor profiles.
And he's just going to stop. He's going to take a deep breath, and he's going to.
It's a perception-based skill.
Oh, interesting. I'm gonna take a moment. I'm gonna swirl my cup, and then hand it off to the Wendigo.
Yoink.
Since he accepts it willingly, that's 111 fatigue, in case anyone's counting.
And then it wakes back up immediately. It ate the fatigue.
Yep.
Nom.
But it's definitely one of those, in case anyone was curious, how much fatigue he was getting. Yep. Mastery and awareness. I do. It helps. Yeah, I'm gonna take it and drink a bit of it. See what I can tell.
You're able to get a few ingredients. May not have even the names of a couple, but you can describe kind of potentially what form they come in, how they were treated, how they added to the brew.
Hmm.
Not all of it though.
I'm like, no, I'm missing something here.
There's different ways to drink. Once you become a master, you can just drink it. But smell it, swirl it, get the different levels of octane, kind of roll it around. Like really be obnoxious about it.
Okay.
Like really obnoxious. Like just
Very pompous.
not even. Just be obnoxious. Then you do anything you can think of, even if it's goofy.
All right. So
Like-
Issa's gonna do.
Hell, you can even use if it's a hot drink, you can use some ice to cool it down, and if it's a cold drink, heat to heat it up, and it'll change the flavors, even if it makes it worse. Might reveal.
Issa's gonna pour another one in a cup, smell it, put their bone in, like a bony finger in to taste it. Then he's gonna take some earth and pack it down and put it in there. See if there's any change in aroma when the earth is introduced. Think that would accentuate, like stone. Taste the stone. They're gonna eye it a bit, left, eye it right. Right. Put a little in their skull socket.
Mhm.
And then pour it down so it hits their stone.
Okay. I'll give you a +5 for each obnoxious thing you do.
All right. So I was at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things.
So +25.
Not
He's like,
much.
next! It's a conveyor belt.
Yep.
Hands you the next one. Do it again.
He's just gonna do that. He's gonna do all those steps again. And he's gonna
add more steps.
Yeah, he's actually gonna put it up to like his ear bone.
Listen to it.
Yeah, and click it and see what, because alcohol makes different sounds at glass.
True.
And then I'm gonna put some ice in it. See what kind of flavors it comes out with. Man, still can't beat that 8 that I rolled.
Next.
Mhm. He's also gonna whisper to it. He's gonna use a wandering technique to stun the alcohol.
Okay.
Right? So anything that would be able to resist it would have a more enhanced flavor to it.
Okay. All right. Next roll. Jeez. There you go. You'll pick up your first wandering brewmaster technique. Obnoxious taste test.
Mm-hmm. there. Where's my wandering techniques? Nice. And with that, I'm now no longer an apprentice wanderer.
Nice. What type of wanderer are you?
Eatsley is he can't call himself that right now, but he is a wandering spirit warden.
Okay, that's available.
Yeah.
Wandering Soul Warden?
Yep. I was going to say a wandering apostle, but he can't claim that title yet. And it's kind of
there's already a
ironic.
Wandering Apostle.
Really interesting.
Mhm.
Is it Vicar Room?
No.
Okay. But yeah. They're a wandering soul.
You can build 5 wandering techniques. It takes a downtime scene to build one, but you can build it to your specifications, but it needs to be Soul Warden flavored.
Fair enough.
And it needs to be something you can teach to anyone that can pick it up, because that's the chaos of the wandering. So you have 5 available slots as a journeyman.
Mm-hmm.
And you just pass drinks. Before we continue, Allie, what are you up to? We're starting to catch up.
Allie has left.
Yep.
Where'd they go?
I think they're in the bedroom. Not 100% sure.
Well, let them know that if they want to rejoin, they can. Probably do a couple more things with everyone and proceed after that.
I'll see if Allie wants to do anything. I'll be right back.
But yeah. Issa has cleared stage 1 and stage 2 of his wanders.
He'll thump you on the back. Congratulations, kid.
Thank you.
I felt that.
Ah.
More drinks. And he'll actually pull out a sealed wine jug and put it on the table with that red paper over the top. My gift to you, kid.
Oh, thank you.
Congrats.
You're a wandering brewmaster.
Yes.
Would you like some real alcohol? Some deadly alcohol?
Nope, because that'll ruin my analysis of these my apprentices' work. Can't ruin the palate with the good, you know?
Well, if you ever want to have...
At the end, yes.
I want to pull out that small vial of ambrosia that I still have.
Oh, yeah. No, we don't drink that. No, we don't drink that until the very last.
Mm-hmm.
Even after I've been served the 30th bottle, and I demand another one, and we go through his entire experimental stock, and then drink his normal stock, then we can drink that.
You may have.
When there is nothing left to drink or try.
I have already drunken this before.
Okay. Between the two of you, you guys will go through everything in this place. It's not like full drinking all of it, but you'll try everything.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you guys will try the ambrosia, and he's like, "That's an 11 out of 10. Yeah, that's some good stuff.
Yes.
No apprentice, you can't try this. This will shatter your dreams. This is godly wine."
I'm just gonna reseal it very quickly. Like
Oh, that
was
burns.
My,
Hey,
was
give
my
him under the
first-
Wendigo. It might actually leave him alone after that.
I'll pour a tiny bit for him.
It drinks it and just kind of falls over.
Damn.
Yeah, he won't be able to devour that.
Yep.
That
was
might actually give that poor fellow an opportunity to undergo an evolution, which will allow them to overcome that mindless hunger.
Good.
And eventually he pops back up, reaches around the counter, and puts on a little top hat. I dare say, that was good.
Huh. Didn't expect that one.
Nah, never do.
I'm like,
Let me tell you a little bit about them. Wendigo are actually humanoids that become monsterized through a specific process. Basically a curse or some sort of demon core or a dungeon core effect.
Mhm.
And eventually they wither and die and become a insatiable Wendigo, but in the process they form a monster core. And the only way they can overcome that mindlessness is to sate their hunger, which may never happen. In fact, 99% of the Wendigo will never be able to sate their hunger. If they do, they get to retain their human intelligence of who they were.
Mm.
Oh, it was quite a strange blackness I was enshrouded in. Still hungry though. Well, that's never going away. Anyways, more drinking.
I'm gonna I'm like, unfortunately I must take my leave. There is a job I must do.
All right, be off then.
And I'm gonna look at him, turn to the apprentice like, seriously though. Never leave?
I mean, unless I have to go get a specific delivery at the site.
Can't even imagine.
I don't wander. I travel with purpose.
Wanderers travel with purpose.
Until they don't. It's in the name.
No, our purpose is just not understandable.
Sure. That makes you feel better.
And yeah, he's just gonna kind of start wandering out. Get it?
You wander out.
And head back to the menagerie. Finish carving.
You got this.
Yes. That's a note. Oh! That was close.
Too much? Oh, okay.
That's not good for you, man. That how close was it to death?
Oh.
You don't.
11 points off.
Good thing you deposited all of that stuff into the Wendigo earlier.
It was. I saw like a perfect sponge there, and I was like, "Here you go."
I've never seen someone die by fatigue yet so far. So,
What do you mean? I did it like twice.
you've died by fatigue? No. I
I've
mean,
killed people by
I mean,
fatigue.
like as a player, like I haven't seen anyone get to that point. I understand your concept of what you're doing.
Oh, okay. I was confused. I'm like, I killed people with fatigue. But yeah,
All right, good luck.
all right. Let me do some math here. All right, so we're at 770 right now. That is not correct.
Well, nothing like doing 3,083 bonus. So good.
There's supposed to be
there's
a plus sign in there.
You'll get it.
There you go,
Oh.
Char. Congratulations.
And then once that is all done, once it has been that, Ethan's going to stand up, walk down into the Temple of Nareem, and just collapse into the waters. Because then the next thing Easley has to do is carry that.
NBD.
Fortunately, you don't have to carry very far.
You just have to carry it through the tunnel. And I know where it's at.
Hmm. All right. Susie.
You know what, Matt? I think it's time we should call her a night. I think we'll catch back up when Foxboy's here.
Foxboy? Okay. Have a good night. Tell Ellie, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Matt.
Absolutely. You guys have a great night. Give Luna a bunch of cuddles for me and some scritch scritch.
Will
And
do.
then you guys have a great day. Enjoy your steaks. And
Yeah, we
thanks
did.
for playing.
They were very, very, very tasty. All right. Cheers, guys.
See you Saturday.
See you Saturday.